By the window? Open. But you want to do my open window? I guess not. Someone she just wants to open window. You see where we're going and you see where we're going. She's hoping to go into the report and property and I want it to.
The entire train can be released, sir.
We actually want
They're actually not ready. We thought about bringing on an October trip, but it's such a long day.
right.
Honors Jim Thorpe's resting place. The memorial bears the words of King Gustav V of Sweden as he presented the 1912 Olympic medals to Jim Thorpe, stating, "Sir, you are the greatest athlete in the world."
103, okay, Northern.
Today, the town of Jim Thorpe sits quietly on the banks of the Lehigh River and looks much as it did 150 years ago, when carriages clattered down the streets, train cars rolled along its rails, and barges floated down the Lehigh Canal. Hull was king back then, and the town was one of the most prosperous shipping locations in the country. Now sit back and enjoy the ride into some of the most beautiful mountain scenery in Pennsylvania. And as everyone has no doubt noticed, we have a special surprise pulling our train today, our steam locomotive number 425. 425 was built in January of 1928 at the Baldwin Locomotive Works in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. Engine and tender together weigh over 200 tons. It has a coal capacity of 18 tons and a water capacity of 8,500 gallons. Reading and Northern purchased the 425 back in 1984 for passenger excursion service.
So at least they can go on.
Monroe, Pike, and Wake counties. Millions of people visit the Poconos each year to participate in outdoor activities, stay at one of dozens of resorts, or do sightseeing trips. Currently use it during our steam train excursions. And biking trail to your right was added a few years ago to link the trail in the Lehigh Gorge to Thorpe. The trail is a portion of the 165-mile Delaware and Lehigh National Heritage Corridor. If you ride one of our popular bike trips, this is the same path you would glide down for the 25-mile return trip from Whitehaven to Thorpe. This is Nesquehoning Junction. The rail line to our left goes to Reading, Pennsylvania. Our home take that line during our our left is the switch tower that at one time controlled trains at Nesquehoning Junction. The tower closed in April of 1972. And this is the Nesquehoning Bridge, which crosses the Lehigh River. The bridge offers spectacular photo opportunities on both sides. If you look to the left, you will see the Lehigh River directly underneath you. This bridge was reinstated to allow for the opening of the Lehigh Gorge Scenic Railway in May of 2005.
Try to get there, Dad.
This is the Colport Bridge. It passes over the Reading and Northern Railroad's Lehigh Branch and also the Norfolk Southern Lehigh line. This was the former Lehigh Valley Railroad that was once owned by Asa Packer. The The Lehigh Valley Main Line went from Penn Station in New York City to Buffalo, New York, a distance of over 440 miles. On the left, accessible to hikers, is a path that leads to a spectacular spring-fed series of waterfalls. There are several legends telling the story of the Glenanoco Falls. The most popular of these legends involves the beautiful Native American princess, Anoko. According to the legend, she tragically leapt from the upper falls to her death because of forbidden love. It is unclear to this day how much of this legend is true, and how much was created by publicists of the railroad to attract customers. Nonetheless, some people believe the princess still roams the area searching for her lost love. On the right, back against the mountain, was the site of the extends over 20 miles to Whitehaven. The name Hetchel comes from Hetchel's Tooth, the rock outcropping on the mountain high above the train. Keep a lookout for different species of birds along the way. This area is well known for witnessing birds of prey circling high above us. You can usually see hawks, vultures, and an occasional bald eagle in the gorge. Lehigh River is a tributary of the Delaware River, and it's 109 miles long. The word Lehigh comes from a Lenape word or phrase meaning where there are forks. Its upper course has numerous Class 2 and Class 3 rapids, and supports a range of outdoor activities including rafting, kayaking, and canoeing. The river holds many species of fish, including trout, smallmouth bass, largemouth bass, carp, and catfish. The river rises in the Pocono Mountains at several ponds in Lehigh Township, Wayne County. The lower course of the Lehigh runs through the historically important anthracite coal and steel producing region of Pennsylvania. The river was entirely owned by the Lehigh Coal and Navigation Company from the mid-19th and mid-20th centuries due to the operation of the Lehigh Canal. The Lehigh River flows southeast to Allentown, where it curves east passing Bethlehem to reach Easton, where it joins the Delaware River. Oxbow curve. This is one of the sharpest curves on the line and forms almost a half a circle. The name Oxbow is a holdover from the days when a canal system operated on this part of the Lehigh River. The boaters thought that the curve in the river resembled an oxbow or yoke, used when oxen pulled wagons or other heavy loads. About halfway around the curve, we will pass underneath what looks like a footbridge. This is actually an oil pipeline that is suspended above the track and river. The span is about 450 feet. This is one of the original oil pipelines in the country and ran between Oil City, Pennsylvania and Linden, New Jersey. Today, fiber optic cable the trees to the right are remnants of a former canal lock. This portion of the Lehigh Canal ran from Whitehaven to Wauchunk and was named the Upper Grand Section and totaled 20 dams and 29 locks. It was destroyed by a severe flood in the 1860s, and railroads were built through the Lehigh Gorge in its place. Along the route, you may have noticed our mileposts. We are passing milepost 128. This signifies that we are 128 miles west of Penn Station in New York City. Pictured on top of this milepost is the white-tailed deer. This is the Pennsylvania state animal. Watch for the other mileposts in the gorge. Over to the right, the Lehigh is very deep and slow at this location. Bear Creek empties into the Lehigh on the opposite side of the river. Bear Creek is a great fishing location for Pennsylvania's state fish, the Thorpe trout, also known as char. Pine and hemlock were harvested and sent down the Lehigh River. The wood was used for lumber, and the bark was used in tanneries for making leather. The Lehigh Gorge State Park is 4,548 acres in Luzerne and Carbon counties. Hunting and fishing are permitted in the park. Popular game includes ruffed grouse, squirrel, turkey, white-tailed deer, black bear, and rabbits. The Pennsylvania Fish and Boat Commission ensures that anglers will have plenty of chances to catch fish by stocking trout in the waters of the Lehigh River. We'll be arriving at Old Penn Haven very shortly. At this time, those of you with bicycles on board the train, we ask that you move to the front of the train to the first open air car to be in position for when we arrive. Again, those of you with bicycles on board the train, at this time, please move to the front of the train to the first open air car to be in position to unload your bikes. Thank you.
Like a bike. I don't know how much that costs.
Coming up on your left is a small waterfall, which is another good photo opportunity. This small stream exits the deep growth of the forest and runs directly under the tracks to meet the Lehigh River. Even on the hottest and driest summer days, this creek never runs dry.
Dry to me.
Old Penn Haven was once the point where the original tracks of the Lehigh Valley Railroad curved across the river when it was first being built in the mid-1850s. This was an important location on the canal system and then the railroad. A community was located here which was one of only a few places unapproachable by roads east of the Mississippi. Now folks, once the train comes to a complete stop, those of you who are seated in the standard coaches may get up out of your seat and push or pull the middle of the seat to change direction. If you need help with your seat, a friendly car host will be there to assist you.
Car 4251. 10, 5, 4 feet. One, good spot, perfect.
Starting all over again. I don't think you change your mind though under the circumstances. You probably do it over and over and over again. But I do give her a lot of credit because you can almost reach out and touch it. Do it. We've had those conversations lately with Nancy because she's so in control.
Oh, you're gonna right there. Right there. Right there. Right
hometown of Jim Thorpe was named Mont Chunk, which is the Lenape phrase for Mountain of the Sleeping Bear. This is a reference to nearby Bear Mountain, which if you were to look at the mountain from a bird's eye view, it appears to take the form of a sleeping bear. By the late 19th century, Jim Thorpe was one of the most popular tourist destinations in the country. It was known as the Switzerland of America due to its uncanny resemblance to a European mountain town. At one point, it was the second most popular tourist destination in the country, surpassed only by Niagara Falls. As many as 10,000 people visited a day and stayed at one of 7 major hotels.
My phone says.